The last couple of launch videos that I've done have been from the Unicorn and also for the recent Phoenix. Now, it probably comes as no surprise, but next on Bailey's list to redevelop stuff is the Pegasus, and it's called the Grande for a reason that we'll come to in a sec. But with the Phoenix being... well, the Phoenix has undergone a huge amount of work this year. So I suppose the thing is, why would you then feel the need to buy a Pegasus? You've got the aspirational Unicorn, which is Bailey's top flight caravan. You've got the Phoenix, which is, it's not entry level because Bailey calling it first choice, but if you will, their entry level caravan. But the Phoenix, what is going to sell the Phoenix? So for this year, for 2019, it's now gone to 8 foot wide. Now, if you've never experienced an 8 foot wide caravan, why would you go for an 8 foot wide? Well, a lot of Continental vans are 8 foot. If you've ever been to the Dusseldorf show, 8 foot wide's all the rage. I mean, admittedly, there's a bit more space, the roads are slightly wider, and on some sites you get a lot more room as well. So 8 foot wide on the continent is no biggie. It's just over here. The market has come on in the last few years with 8 foots, so Bailey have thought, well, do you know what? We've got the Pegasus, how can we make it stand out? It's going to be 8 foot wide. Now for me, if I was going to do a trip with the family down to Devon and Cornwall, I mean arguably I possibly wouldn't choose an 8 foot wide caravan, but if you're looking for extended touring, we've recently did a trip with the Phoenix where as a family we went through the UK, Belgium, Holland, Germany and France. The extra space for a longer extended trip would have been really useful. And also, if you're thinking of buying a caravan to keep on a seasonal pitch, maybe an 8 foot wide could be for you. But you may be thinking, if it's that much wider, it's going to weigh an awful lot more. I've got a list of all the specs. Now I'll put this, if you look at the end of this video, I'll put all of these details right at the end, along with a picture of the layouts, which is that, and also a complete breakdown of the changes, but we'll come to that in a minute. So weight wise, for round figures, if it's a single axle, it's going to be less than 1500 kilos. And if it's the twin axle, depending on which one you've gone for, it's going to be either low to high 1600 kilos. So from memory, I think it's something like 1630 or 1640 for the smaller twin axle, up to about 1680, 1692 for the larger twin axle Palermo. But what do you get with an 8 foot wide? Some caravans may just have, I mean I'm talking generally now throughout the industry, if it's an 8 foot, it might just have a wider feel and it might have a larger chest at the front of the caravan. But you might be able to see in this one, well, there's no chest here at all. Now we're in the Messina at the moment, which is this one right at the bottom. So that's the one with the island bed at the rear, but it's got, the reason I sat in this one to do the intro, it has a funky G-shaped front lounge. So you may think that this table would traditionally be at the front, but no, that's at the side. And as I come back, you can see how much room you've got in the lounge. So 8 foot wide for this layout does work really quite well. Excuse my bag. So if we move towards the rear, we'll go past the kitchen first. To me, the kitchen looks fairly similar to the Phoenix. These drawer fronts are different, but it looks pretty simple. The same hatch, which I saw quite a few NEC shows ago in the Australian rangefinder, and it's now made its way through different Bailey ranges. So dual fuel hob, handy hatch. All this looks the same as the Phoenix we've got. We've got Phoenix 760. And yeah, there's the table in there. So you have, if you want to put a table at the front or outside in the awning, you've got a full-size table in there. Fridge over here. microwave at the top, centre washroom. Now that's exactly what we've got in our Phoenix 760, and it does work very well. I would say the washroom in here is slightly narrower than our Phoenix 760, but everything else looks pretty similar. Drawer fronts the same, same as the kitchen, different to our Phoenix. Cover up here, and yeah, that is a small wardrobe, isn't it? What would you get in there? I would say you could probably hang, I don't know, a few dresses, suits possibly, but you wouldn't, some towels, possibly some shoes. You wouldn't get much more in there than that. But the bedroom at the back with the 8 foot wide, I mean, lots of space around the side. Obviously the bed is pushed all the way in. This will pull out, but I'm not going to do it now because someone's made up that bed so nicely. So you've got additional storage here to make up for the narrow wardrobe in the washroom, and where it's 8 foot wide, if you do need the loo in the middle of the night, you've got plenty of space here, so you're not going to interrupt anyone, and into the washroom. You know, I'm 48 now, some of these things I've got to think about. So what kit have we got in the Pegasus Grande? Now the red bits are all the bits I've taken out. That's part of the product spec, but it's not the new parts of the product spec. I'll link all this at the end of the video so you can have a look through. I'll put up just freeze frame through and you can have a read through. But the black bits are all the new bits, and I'll read through them now. It might sound a bit like a sales brochure because I'm going to read it exactly as it is here. Right, so for the exterior we have a new flush fit single piece impact resistant bumper with integral grab handles. Also a new flush fit single piece rear impact resistant bumper, again with grab handles. There's a new Truma gas barbecue point, a new through boot easy access exterior locker, which for some reason I thought would be a good idea to try and climb in to see how big it was. I'll link those pictures here. New blue and chrome coordinated graphics scheme. So for the furniture we have a new Bailey eucalyptus furniture finish, a membrane pressed skylight surround with task lighting, dual finish eucalyptus Italian design overhead locker doors with brushed champagne contrasting stripe. Sounds fancy. New ambient lighting over the lockers. New Nordic stone finished kitchen and washroom worktop laminate. Yeah, I'm fairly sure that is the same as the Phoenix. New drop down hob cover. New G-shaped front lounge with sliding front dinette table. New central U-shaped dinette area with sliding table. New foam filled upholstery featuring premium quality fabrics, Ozio high density filling and superior cushion construction. New Kempton soft furnishings with coordinated lined curtains, 2 bolster cushions, 2 large square and 2 scatter cushions. New soft truffle split section loose fit drop-in carpets. So this is the twin axle Pegasus Grande Turin. Now you probably noticed the unique part of this the minute I walked in. There's 2 lounges, one there, one there. The fact it's 8 foot wide, it's given away, but look at the size of this front locker. Lots of legroom here. Let's have a quick look. I mean, I'm 5'11 3/4. I'm sat with my back. Yeah, I haven't got a hope of touching that. Huge drawers at the front, and obviously a big slide out top there. So yeah, if you had the family around for dinner, I mean that's got to be the place to eat your dinner surely. Set the telly up at the front, and opposite the lounge diner here is the kitchen. Now this kitchen looks fairly similar to the rest of the kitchens in the range. We have the slightly larger fridge because this is a twin axle van. Microwave above, which is a good height. As I said, I'm not quite 6 foot. But you can see how high it is here for me. And a French bed at the back. Now, how is that cut off going to affect anyone who's on this bed? Let's have a look. I'm going to sit on the short side. I said sit. I'm going to lay on the short side. My head is right against the headboard here. Yeah, I would need to have my feet over here, but you know, I'm almost 6 foot, so yeah, there is a cut off going to the bathroom, but it's not too bad. But there's quite a cut off there. Right, the reason that's there is so you can get into the washroom here. Yeah, nice size shower. Twin drain holes in the shower. How much room have we got with this door shut? Right, I'm going to do the sit down on the loo test here. Yeah, nice lot of knee room there. Yeah. It looks small as it is when I walk in, but it's perfectly functional. So that is the Pegasus Grande Turin. So this is the twin axle Palermo. Right, this is my first time going in one of these. Okay, so we have, similar to the Turin, we have the large front lounge. These are long beds as well. I reckon, see, let's put that on the floor. Yeah, so I could sleep on one of these front lounges as a bed without making anything up. Slide out from the bed here, which would make, oh, that would make a colossal double bed. I think in the brochure it said 7'3". So past the front lounge we have the large dinette, which would make a large double bed. Is it a bed as well? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, I can see some runners there, so yeah, I'm guessing that table pops down, makes the bed up. Yeah, similar looking kitchen, similar looking fridge and microwave above. Yes, handy storage space. Someone's left their furniture polish. That's one thing that I miss. We haven't got a door bin in our Phoenix. It may sound silly, but it's the little bits and pieces like that I really like. Okay, so down here, oh yeah, that's a nice area. Yeah, the bunks look really wide as well. And long. I'm fairly sure I could sleep in that as well. So yeah, we have a nice little seating area there. Big enough for an elephant and a child. And then in here we have, similar to the Turin. Oh, got no power on here. So similar to the Turin, we have the shower at the back, the loo, the basin, storage underneath, storage to the right of the mirror, and the mirror there. So that is the Pegasus Grande Palermo. So here we have the single axle Pegasus Rimini. Yeah, the kitchen looks the same as the rest of the Pegasus Grande range that I've seen so far. I've still got two left to look at. So because it's a single axle, we have the slightly smaller Dometic fridge, but that gives us a lot of space above it. Unsurprisingly, there's a telly point here. Great space for a telly, especially if you want to watch it when you're in bed by turning the telly round or from the front lounge. Now, talking of the front lounge, it has the G-shaped front lounge. Now, being a bit wider, Bailey have been playing with the layouts here, and I must admit, I don't know about you, but we always have someone that wants to lay down when we're watching telly, and it doesn't always work if there's 4 of you in there. I would say, if there's 3 of you, you could have 2 led down and 1 sat there, 1 led down, 2 there, 3 there. Yes, there are lots of options for how you're going to spend your time in the evening. Dual fuel hob, separate grill, twin beds, and a huge amount of space in between. We've got USBs up here. I can't feel any USBs there in that light. Let's have a look on this one. Oh yeah, hang on, we've got one there. But no USB that side. So there's the overlocker lighting. Hecky roof light between the beds. And through this door is obviously the washroom. Yeah, I do like the LEDs above the mirror. Good size shower. Bifold door. Lots of room here by the loo. You know, even if you've got the longest of legs, you're not going to have a problem with this loo arrangement. And then obviously the wardrobe at the back here. So yeah, that is this Pegasus Grande. So it's another single axle Pegasus Grande. This is the Brindisi. Don't mind the coffee cup. Just in case you're wondering, I'm here ahead of the launch tomorrow, hence there's furniture polish and cups in places, but at least I can show you around the vans properly. So yeah, the G-shaped lounge. Similar kitchen. But the first thing you notice here, I mean, there's a huge amount of space. Let me walk in again. Look in front of the bed when we come in. So we come in through the door. Lots of space in the middle. And look over here. I mean, I know the bed's pushed back, so the bed won't be this short. I won't pull it out because it's been nicely made up ahead of tomorrow. But you can see here that is the size of the bit when you pull it out that would sit in, so it would be a lot further out, but a huge amount of space down here, which leads to a sliding washroom door. And obviously a nice big, I mean, look at this. I can really stretch my legs out in the loo here. So yeah, loads of room. I mean, is that the longest mirror in a caravan? So we have bifold door on the shower, basin unit underneath, more storage under the storage on the top, more storage on the left, and yeah, you guessed it, more storage above the loo. So that, with a transverse island bed and the G-shaped lounge, is the single axle Pegasus Grande Brindisi. Right, so we're back to the twin axles now. This is the Bologna. Right, so we have again the G-shaped front lounge. Let me put some lights on in here. Don't need the awning light on. Right, so the lights above here, I think, yeah, same place as the Phoenix. So there's the front lounge. Again, same with the G-shaped front lounges, nice lot of room, good configuration of how you want to use it, especially if you're going to watch the telly, which will be there with the telly points behind. So yeah, I do like the G-shaped front lounge. Same kitchen as the rest of them. Then we have the fridge, and we have the microwave above. Slightly bigger fridge because this is a twin axle. And again, we have a huge, I mean a huge bedroom. Oh, look how big that is. If I stand back in the lounge, that is a big bedroom. I think I've lived in smaller houses than that. Oh, I was just wondering if there was a telly point above here. So yeah, you could, because you're not going to see the telly, when it's there from the bed. You can shift the telly to here, another mirror here. Yeah, that's a whopper. With plenty of storage either side. It looks like one wardrobe is slightly bigger than the other, so you'd have to argue who's going to get the bigger one. I certainly know who'd win in our house, and it wouldn't be me. Oh, hang on, look at that view. So if you pitched your... I'm on the bed now. If you pitched your caravan wisely and had that view each morning, I mean, you wouldn't have the hotel like we've got now. But yeah, that's not a bad place to put a window, is it? Right at the end of the bed. And then we have the end washroom, large mirror, shower, basin, storage, toilet with lots of legroom, and more storage there. And that's it from this Pegasus Grande with an enormous bedroom.